Good evening, darlings. This is a little catch up on Stellarium on Patreon. So I did leave a message. I just noticed that I did go and send the Zoom link half an hour ago, but I didn't push send. So direct messages 40 minutes ago. Yeah, I did send it. So I've just sent it twice. Nobody's here. So I'm just going to potter along and just have a quick look at what's going on with you. So I fell on a site yesterday of a guy, and he's does little videos, and he's talking about I pet goat. Now I'm hearing a dingle dangle. Is that somebody coming in? No, that must be Facebook. So I had a quick look at this video yesterday, and I leave a comment, but I very rarely go and watch people's videos and leave comments because I'm always snubbed. I'm always ignored. But I left this. I'd see that he hadn't made a video for months, and he's made another one which is in regard to what I've written. Well, it's basically about everything. So basically, they're talking about Israel, the apple, there's Virgo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The 13, this is, it's the girl, it's the tarot, it's the 21 card, the passage, the apple, the amygdala, your third eye, which is what Nibiru is, and that's what I have been talking about today on Facebook. Okay, let's get rid of people's messages. So this is, there it is, red. Remember Kate Bush dressed in red like that? I did a little reel. Nibiru is your amygdala. There is your amygdala. So this one will explain best. No, it's not Nibiru. It's your amygdala. It's Pink Panther is Rose and Jack, pineal pituitary glands in your brainstem, medulla oblongata, and Amy Winehouse, amygdala, spirit again. So Amy, amygdala, wine is the blood. So when your amygdala functions properly, it's red because the blood is passing through. But when you're afraid, it goes grey. You're 50 shades of grey, back to lead. And this is what the strawberry fields forever represent, because we have got this full moon, sun in Taurus and moon in Scorpio. So Scorpio is that lotus flower in I Pet Goat. It's the fertility, and Taurus is the flower. It's the it's the new spring. It's the actual north and south, because Aquarius falls onto the spring. So it is the true north. We've got King Charles in Canada, which is the canary, the can, saying that he is in the true north. So this is, it's the can. This is Madeleine McCann, life in a tin can, TC, top cat. So this is what Palestine is all about. Pale. When you take away the amygdala, all that's left is a pale stein. It goes grey. It's Dorian grey. These are the empty shells. So the amygdala is taken. All that we have left is Adam's apple. He says in this video, he points out that the apple rolls 7 times, and he's talking about L and 7. You will have to come and see it. Oh yeah, and he's saying, so between the strawberry moon and the buck moon, he's talking about this gap here. And then he's talking about L 7 and C is 3. That's 7337. That's what I'm telling you all the time. It's the Vesica Pisces passage. It's liberty and glory. L is 12 and G is 7. That's why Ross Cantor, that girl, RC, the Cairo one on Gruffalo, Lord Gruffalo, LG. So L is 12 and G is 7. G7, which is just the same thing. So days between two dates from Sunday, March the 14th, 1940. Yeah, so then he's talking about from the creation of Israel, which I explain is Uranus. If you don't understand the astrology, Uranus was created in 1940, was in Taurus from where it was now from 1940, and then Israel was created. Here's Uranus, and Israel was created when Uranus was on the tip of the horn, as we just had Jupiter. So look, today is a big day because we've got Mercury and Jupiter conjunct, and Venus is about to enter into Aries. Okay, so basically, that's why I never watch other people's videos, because if I explain, but he did then make another video, because I went to look for this video to show you, and then I see.
This is a kind of an impromptu video.
So he's made this video since I spoke about this yesterday, and he's just picking up on this. So this is your medulla oblongata, this is your brainstem, this is the torch. Mercury and Jupiter, the rulers of the mutable cross, are now merging, and they're waiting for Venus to move into Aries in detriment, as Jupiter will move into Gemini on the 17th, which is the number of the house that they brought down in my village, and Mars on that same date, 1617, moves on to regular. So that was the whole point. He's saying this is a big date now, but in the video yesterday, he was talking about the 17th, which I found interesting, and that's what I wrote in his comments, that the house, which he's not going to know anything about, but I'm just talking about, as you guys know, the house in my village. So let's just finish this. So I will put this in the video so you can see. Your amygdala is a small part of your brain, but it has a big job. It's a major processing center for emotions. It also links your emotions to many other brain abilities. So you know all that, but there's a lot to read there, but the pictures will explain. So Nibiru's coming along. It's your amygdala. There it is, the big reds. The big red. This is the torch, and we've got Jupiter and Mercury conjunct. This is it. This is it. The 5-pointed star, my village. There they are, showing your passage, your amygdala through. So Jupiter wears the red cape. Got red and yellow here, and black and white. They're showing you the 4 elements. There's the amygdala. This is Biarritz last night, rose red. They're showing you, apparently the moon was red, but I didn't see that here because it was cloudy. So it's the amygdala. It's red when the blood is pumping through. This is in Biarritz, the B13, A Ritz, Diana last seen at the Ritz. So you know all these pictures. There's your 7, 7, 7, 7. It almost, that's the Madeleine in Paris. Madeleine is missing your amygdala. So this big red everywhere, seeing it is this passage through. There's your brainstem getting angry. It controls your emotions, meeting amygdala, the pineal and the pituitary gland, your gnome, your emotion, your stump. There's a little red head. There's my village, 32290. There is what they've just done in my village. They've made the passageway to that third eye, to the Amygdala, on the Mount Olive, on your brainstem. Mars on Aldebaran, that's, you know, the big date when the Queen died, when Notre Dame fell, when they killed my dog, when I was in the floods in New Zealand. And now we've just had Jupiter, Mars and Jupiter. Saint-Martin de Tours kills Saint-Saturnin, the name of the road where the house has been brought down. So Venus rules Taurus, the torso, and Venus rules the five-pointed star Libra, which is your ability to open that third eye, to rise again. The eagle, Scorpio, rises to carry the snake of wisdom, the true merging of the fixed and the cardinal signs. So there is the stone, the philosopher's stone. This is in your brain, Regulus. The Sphinx opposite Giza, Fomalhaut, and we've got Mars about to come onto Regulus as the sun is still in Taurus. So there's the red door to go and kill the bulls. So red Mars and Taurus made into the twins of Gemini. That's where Prince William came. Puss in Boots, D'Artagnan, and the egg. Aignan is the egg in the middle. It is the Amygdala. That's why in my church, the corridor is the passage, has a red roof that I will be showing you. So again, this is the book, the famous book from 100 years ago, showing you the oval, the Vesica Pisces, the almonds, the story of O, the passage, and there's the labyrinth. And there's Marianne Faithful, and there he is killing his, and there is the house all fallen down in my village with the red Amygdala and the passage, the brain. So Palestine, they've brought so much fear that all these Mary Magdalenes have lost their stone, and that's what COVID was all about. That's why they brought down the number 23 house. So he's in Canada. This is the can. And there's the stone. It's been dug up with an underpath. There's an underway passage. And at the same time, Carrefour means the crossroads. Supermarket has just been shut, and it's right, you can pass under. For 2 weeks works at the same time. And nobody says anything. So there's your Sirius, keeper of the four corners. This is what it's all about. This is Sirius, keeper of the four corners. And Mercury will be for this passage from the 11th. Mercury is, well, certainly for the summer solstice. So this is actually quite a big date, the 17th. So the number of that house brought down is the 17th. Jupiter moves into Gemini for the full moon on the 11th. Sun still in Taurus, and Venus on that day as well moves into Aries, which is enormous because Mars rules Aries. Mars is in the home of the sun as the sun is on the bullseye. This is 6-9, and they keep talking about this in the newspapers. They've got the root number 69. Mercury, Jupiter still in Taurus, and Mercury just in Gemini. And the moon will be moving into Scorpio, the home of Mars, as Mars is in the home of the sun on the feet of Jesus. And who sits at the feet of Jesus? Mary Magdalene, Amygdala. So he comes along and does a 3-minute video to say, wow, look, maybe, but you know, I've been talking, this is the Silver Gate. We've just had Mars going retrograde from the Carolina floods on the 27th of September, where we had Jupiter on the bullseye and Mars on Sirius on each side of the Silver Gateway, and they rule the opposite side. Jupiter rules Sagittarius. On the other side of the Milky Way, Jupiter rules Sagittarius, Mars rules Scorpio, and they have just ended. Mars has now moved away, but he did all that retrograde between the home of the Moon and Mercury. And now we're coming up to Prince William's birthday, who came here to my village in 2016 to mark this rising of Venus is her name. The torch is the light bearer, to ignite your third eye. So, you know, Amy Winehouse died, Madeleine McCann is missing. All that is subconscious programming for your amygdala. This girl dressed in red, some person that I showed you on my Facebook, she's leaving London, she's leaving the Rose Line, she's going to LA, Tess de D'Urberville with the strawberry, the Fertility, and this girl going to LA woman, Tesla. So yesterday we had the moon. Past couple of days we had, for the 6-6 for the horns, we had moon on Spiker. And now we've got the moon in Libra, and tomorrow she's going to enter onto the 6-10. That is the Mad Hatter. There's Tea Party images for the Mad Hatter's Tea Party. 10-6 is tomorrow. It's tomorrow. So on that 10-6, no, the moon is going to be still in Scorpio, but on 6-11, the moon is in that Milky Way passage. It's in that Milky Way passage. So that is the keeper of the four corners. Sirius that I show you always. There he is. He always stands on the side with two legs apart. There he is, and they've cut off his head. It's the passage, the red cherry hexagon. It's got 8 sides. That's the root, the 69, showing you the dome of the brain. For the night 69, it's showing us that date. My daughter did that picture. It looks like the amygdala. William Tell, the book in my village, is written by a guy called Will I Am. We've got Neptune and Saturn conjunct on the whale's tail. Takes away the third eye, and all that's left is Adam's app. So Osiris, your brainstem, and that amygdala in the middle. JM, Jupiter and Mercury, showing you everyone says they're just gangsters. They just watch them bring down. So there's my friend, his whole house. So there's no more walls to his house. So he will get his house redone, but they have to make sure he gets out for whatever they're about to do. Vivaldi, the Four Seasons, Rue Saint-Saturnin, 17, and then it goes to number 1. The Butcher and the Traitor, which is, making plate. It's a butcher and that making hot plates for you as the Traitor. So interesting, the Pigeon, that's Gemini. The Red Nose and the Canary, the Amygdala and the Canary. And there she is, and there she is, and there is Osiris, the iris, the eye, and there she is in red, the amygdala. Okay. Today, Jupiter, Mercury, MJ, Batman, Jupiter, Valentine, and Robin, Mercury, Cupid, rulers of the mutable cross, Michael Jackson, Mick Jagger, Jim Morrison, and Jazz in Marciac. It's the big jazz festival where I am, JM, in Marciac. Your brain, on both on the wand of Orion, your brain, Brian stem. Mercury goes home into Gemini tomorrow, 9/6/6996, and Jupiter goes into Gemini in detriment for the strawberry full moon, 11th of June. They now welcome Catwoman, Venus, Rose as their partner in crime, as Venus now owns the summer solstice with Mercury, Akka, Mercury and Hermes, and Venus, Aphrodite merge. Hermaphrodite. As Venus leaves Pisces, exalted, Venus, ruler of Taurus, and moves into Aries, Mars, red, in detriment from the full moon too. So Jupiter and Venus have been in mutual reception for a long time, and now they both change sign and both in detriment. As Mars, ruler of Aries, moves closer to full combustion to Regulus on the Merlion for the 16th of June. 17th of June, Big Bang date, number 178 is the house they brought down in my village to make the labyrinth passage and take your third eye, Amygdala. So moon is in Libra today, 8/6, and 9/10 she moves, no, then 6/10. I'll just do that with you so I don't forget. She moves into Scorpio onto Red Star and Terra. Scorpio ruled by Mars, almost on Regulus. Sun, ruler of Leo, still between the horns of the cow on Aldebaran, the Red Star. So let's just go and look at this now, back to now. So, I mean, you know, how often are Mercury and Jupiter conjunct on the wand of Merlin? Mercury, the ruler of Gemini, the ruler of Virgo. For the moment, nobody's in Gemini, but he is about to move in. He moves in tomorrow. And Venus moves in for what have I got? Yeah. She moves in tomorrow as well. Between tomorrow and the 10th, Venus moves into Aries as the ruler is coming up closer to Regulus. So this 17th is pretty big because Mars is going to be completely combust to make Merlion, as Mercury is right on Sirius on the skies of Pollux. Sun completely on that wand. Jupiter on the feet of Gemini, the air with his wings, Hermes. And Saturn and Neptune conjunct. Let's get rid of that. And the moon on the 17th will be on the True Lamb. The moon will be on the True Lamb. So this is a big date. And Venus and Jupiter moving sign, both into detriment. So just to give you an idea, I mean, Jupiter has been here for the past year. And Venus has been in Pisces for a long time. She's been in Pisces since January. She's been there since January. She's just been through the V for Victory. She did her retrogrades. Now she's about to leave. So can you get how big this is? They're leaving. Venus has been exalted. Jupiter has been cozy in the home of Venus, mutual reception. Jupiter rules Pisces. Venus rules Taurus, working very well together, feminine, sextile, energy. And now, boom, Venus goes into the home of Mars. Boom. That's pushy Venus. That's war. And Jupiter on the wands moving into Gemini with Mercury, trick or treat. So these guys at home in Gemini, Jupiter in detriment, making, yeah, and probably just moving away from his square after all this time. So Jupiter is still square to Saturn. He'll remain square for a little bit. He's going to still, it won't be until he moves more into Gemini will he move away from this square. But, you know, this is much more of an effect. They were working in a sextile and feminine energies together. And now the key is also fully in Aries. So Chiron is fully in Aries and Mars, the ruler, is right on the feet of Jesus, which is all about Amygdala. This is all about bringing up the prostitute, Jack and Rose, Jesus and Mary Magdalene. So basically this guy, it's a 3-minute video and he's just giving a brief, you know, wow, he's got his shows in Back to the Future. He shows in Back to the Future that he's holding up Orion, you know, and this is what it's all about. This is the power to the people. This is holding up your brainstem. This is the wand. This is the passage. This is the Milky Way passage. This is the Silver Gate becoming the fire. They're bringing fire. They're bringing the, you know, this is the fertility, taking her fertility. It's the new midbrain, midnight, midsummer night's dream. Okay, just a quick look. I did a video, I did my newsletter, and I did a video just on my unlisted video, 1 hour for all my Alchemy Accordance clients. But if you go and open up the link, you can go and see that video. So I have been doing a lot of filling in. I did another video for Patreon. We're going to have a full moon chat with Renee on Tuesday night. This is an old video of Pamela Anderson, and it's all about, this was from 9 years ago, and I remember telling everybody that this was it, this was getting connected, this is Chat GPT, this is getting connected to the machine. So she's still a human being, and exactly like we see her now, she then goes into, oh look, they're doing the Kali dance. She then goes and she's asked to get connected. So look, she's still just the old Pam. And then boom, oh, she gets connected. Ugh. So I was warning everyone about that 9 years ago. And it's exactly what we see in the new Pam. Pam and her son. So there is the king who goes for it was gun during Royal Regiment visit. So he goes and fires a can on the Canal Canary can. Oh yes, he goes and does that on the 6th of June, because on the 6th of June, Jupiter was on the can, life on a tin can. Jupiter that rules tin, Sagittarius and Pisces. He is tin, he's tin, and life in a tin can. On the canon, that's your canon. Yes, we can, the canon. So obviously he goes and fires a cannon on that day. So I say there is the canon, canar, canary, can, tin can, canara. Cancer, as Jupiter is on the wand of Orion, Merlin, Merlion, Osiris with Mercury. And for the 21st of June, Sun, Jupiter on Merlion, the midbrain night, summer dream, express, gap, chat, GPT, and canon. Boom. Jupiter, tin can on. What a joke in the yoke. These people twist your anatomy in your face. Hell have no fury than that of a scorned mother. Medulla oblongata. That wakes the Yeah. How many children were killed? So this is D-Day, you know, Canary Wolf, Can, Wolf Flow is Osiris, Sylvester the cat, Chat GPT that eats your tweet, your inner bird, the bird, brainstem, Piaf, Passage. That's why the Olympic gold medalist Charlotte Dujardin was banned. The Gold Gate is banned. They're opening the Silver Gate. The new St. Louis is the Sun King, gold. Brainstem, Olympic banned. Horse doing Passage is the corridor to your brain, Brian, to your Pierre, Palestine, stone, Amygdala. So talking about Palantir taking over, and so I just opened up my old blog again, because in my old blog, which is from 2017, 10 years ago, I did a whole thing on the spiders, on the chemtrails, on what's happening now. And I did a whole thing on Palantir. You know, in those days, nobody was, and this was before I came back to astrology. It's Pan, it's the labyrinth. So I should even go back and read all the research I was doing then, because it's all connected. Okay. This is an old experiment that I first saw when I woke up, which is about how they connect baby chicks to a robot. So the robot develops sentiments because when the chick yearns for it, so that's the path it does on its own. But when it meets, it's got a little pencil underneath it and it just moves around. But if they attach it to a chick and then they put the chick in a box and the chick is yearning for it, it will stay next to the chick. So they show you this drawing, it's now next to the chick. But if they put rabbits in that are afraid of it, then it will stay away because the rabbits don't want it. Like, I don't want to talk to ChatGPT, so it's going to stay away from me. I'm probably one of the only people that has never spoken to. So then this guy comes on, it's interesting, but the guy is called MJ. So there's nobody who makes it, you know, people like me are completely pushed out. We're not allowed. I was the one who went and posted him, but he is called, Hi, I'm MJ. So, you know, it really is, they say everything you want to hear and that he's absolutely charming, but they are there to confirm. Popeye Passage, so then I just explained a few days ago, Popeye Passage, full drama to unfold. We are in the 369 passage, approaching the Strawberry Fields Forever full moon, 11th of June. And tomorrow is Fertility Festival, FF Fields Forever, FF66 D-Day. The biggest fertility sacrifice on the Can beaches, made into bitches. DD44, full moon 11th of June, and we have the 66 passage, then the 610, then the 69, and 611 sun on bullseye. As Jupiter is on the wand of Orion, on the brain Brian stem, your Olympic inner torch, midsummer night's dream. Mars approaching full combustion with regular 16.6, home of the sun, Leo, and moon in Virgo on blue star, Spiker tomorrow. That was 6.6. Saturn, Neptune on the whales, telltale. Summer solstice nearly here. Venus is just out of the V for Victory and she enters Aries in detriment. Venus conjunct the key, Chiron's last, make the Cairo for the 611 full moon. Many, many wild animals surround us tonight. Knack is barking at them in the dark. They are beehiving weirdly. Up today, Punky and I were sitting in the fields below for the sunset, and a beautiful roe deer ran past with Knack chasing it, but came right next to us. Punky was just recovering from the size and speed of the passing roe when a hare ran past, right past us, only to be caught by Knack and killed. Very traumatic to watch. Then, as we were walking back, an enormous wild boar zigzagged across the field towards us. Punky's eyes stood out on stalks, and tonight I'm surrounded by toads again, and I can feel the animals in the long grass hiding all around the house. So that was the 6/6. Oops, I didn't mean to make that bigger. I don't know why. Spiker. Pluto. Venus is out, the V for victory, the midbrain, the Midsummer Night's Dream. This is what it's all about. Midnight Express, Venus, the P, the P, the P. This is in your brain. Tesla, and there she is with the strawberry, your amygdala. It's all about taking that test. D'Urberville goes from being rural and fertile to urban and infertile. Strawberry fields, the gates, the cage. We're in the can, the Canis Major, Sirius. And that is the gap, that is the passage in your brain for D-Day, in life in a tin can. You still had time from D-Day. There's the canon. That's why King Charles was on the can on. Can, tin is the 6. We're going to have 6/9 tomorrow. The ducks, the canna, and there is your duck in your canary wolf. And that is it. Up. So that was my Alchemy Accordance newsletter that I did. And I added a video that I did for everybody, and I called it Pearl Harbor. So as always, Midnight Express 363, I can get up there. D-Day, the border. Oh yes, there was an earthquake. There was an earthquake on the 6/6, a depth of 70. A strong earthquake registered, M58, hit the border region between Turkey and Greece, 2317. That's 517. That's my village, 5-pointed star, house 17. On June the 2nd, local time, at a depth of 70. That's the last 7, DD 4469. So giving us that date as well. And then this was about Pearl Harbor, because pH is your acid alkaline, and 7 is in between the all for one and one for all, the 14 pieces of Osiris. L, Aka L, 37. Etna is 37. North is the mid-perfect harmony, 14 pieces of Osiris. Venus comes out of the oyster pearl shell. You are the pearl. HP Holland Park, Harry Potter harmonic procession. P is 16, which is 8. And H is 8. Oh yeah, 16 is 8, 8. H is 8. That's 888 is the pearl third eye. So Uranus on the Pleiades, 7 sisters, as in 1941, Jupiter was on the bullseye breast. So exactly in 1941, Uranus. So Pearl Harbor, I've actually got the pictures here, so I'll just show you here. So So December the 7th, 1941, and it's in Hawaii 5-0. Hawaii 5-0. And we've just had the football Paris Saint-Germain, which was 5-0, which is the hidden hand 5-0, and Venus is always under the horizon for 50 days. The dark side of Venus. So this was the day of Pearl Harbor. We had Uranus on the Pleiades, and we had Jupiter the 7th of December, 1941. Jupiter exactly on Aldebaran, as we have the Sun right now, and Uranus and Saturn. Uranus exactly where he is now. This is all about getting the pearl. And on that day, we had the moon on Sirius, we had the Sun on the Lotus, and Mercury bang on Antares, as we had for the rising of Notre Dame. Mercury was here too. Venus was exactly where Venus was for the rising of Notre Dame as well. Where was Pluto? And Pluto was in Cancer, as now Pluto is in Capricorn. As for the Berlin Olympics, Pluto here, now Pluto in Capricorn. It's full split. What is it? That's 69. That's your 69. Cancer is the beehive. On that beehive, Pluto was right on the bee to make that 13, which is the gap of Fucius. This is the gap, the Milky Way gap, which they're closing us in. We should come onto this fixed cross, but they're closing us in this gap, which is the gap in the brain. Mars was on the V for victory. So then back to now, and we've got Saturn. Oh yeah, Saturn with Strawberry Fields Forever, 1967. Saturn was right there, and Jupiter was right here. So we've also got this repeat of 1967 Strawberry Fields Forever. I've showed that in another video. I can't remember because I'm doing videos all the time, right, left, center. So Amélie Poulain, app, A is 1, P is 16, which is also 817, which is also AG 17, which is 17. So P is 16, which makes 7, which makes 17, which is Appy. That's why they've taken down the number 17 in my house, and that's why 17 is a big date. Hawaii 5-0. The Man de Fatima, the hidden hand that we see, Macron being hit as we see. There's the Midnight Express showing the breast of Venus. It's all about that 13th cranial. There's Appy. AP is the same thing as AG. Merlin, the Wand of Merlin. This is the passage through. We're exactly there. Just Osiris, this is Appy, the bull god, showing you she is the number 21 world tarot card, 50 days of invisibility of Venus, and there we have her as Venus was for this happening. Venus was right in the V for victory on that 6-2. Your football score, the hidden hand, the Amygdala, always dressed in red. Brian is your brain, and the hidden hand, that was when we had the new moon and Venus. There is your ability to get through the spirit, Taurus, the torso, the Tor, through the voice, the V for victory. And now Venus is leaving Taurus into Aries. It's your plasma event, your Elizabeth. There's your Olympic torch, the torch of Orion, the torch of Venus, Katy Perry standing out. And there is Lupiac next to where I live. And again, I think I show there's Appy, Api. It's the passage. This is freedom. It's your eye. You either remain in that angry Rumpelstiltskin or you know thy name. Otherwise you're ruled with a fist, with the anger. You're ruled by Bess. So this phoenix above the breast of Venus, when normally the phoenix is in Sagittarius, it's Altair next to Lyra and the swan, the diving duck. Vega, Altair and Deneb. That is your winter triangle, your summer triangle. Sorry, there's Lupiac in the middle. And they've got this 13th sign. Right, so there was the Sun and Jupiter. That was on the 3rd of June. It's our 369 passage. And that pearl. And of course, they showed you the Spice Girls. Mel was 50. And they showed you just the 3 girls, 1 missing. And I think that's it. Oh yeah, I checked out that date. I checked out the 3rd of July. And that is going to be a big date. Wowee, what a date. Uranus, Venus conjunct under the Seven Sisters, Pleiades, Moon on Spica, and ruler of Virgo, Mercury in home of Moon in Cancer on the Fleur de Lis, Lucifleur, Fur, Apis culture, B13, Beehive cluster. Mercury, ruler of Gemini 2, where Sun conjunct Sirius and Jupiter on the feet of Castor. Neptune, Saturn combust on Whales. Telltale, home of Jupiter. This is one big date to watch out. Mount Etna location, 37 north and exactly 15E. Through 37L times 15 is 555. It's 15, the devil, Saturn. Okay, so Sun on Sirius, Jupiter, Venus, Uranus completely combust under the Pleiades. The Ballad of Lucy Jordan, Marianne Faithfull at the age of 37. That's L. And that is the chart. Jupiter and the Sun, Venus and Uranus conjunct Saturn and Neptune, still that square to Saturn and Jupiter, and Pluto opposite Mercury, and Mercury will be on the Beehive, bang, 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 on the Beehive cluster, as the Moon is bang on the blue star, Betty Blue. Okay. So anything else I need to show you? Here comes the Lisbon Treaty. Right, this is all covered in my last videos now, which you will have to catch up on. Okay, darling, so that was just a little catch up. And yeah, this is serious stuff. For the moment, everything is calm at my end. But we know that tomorrow is 6/9. Tomorrow is 6/9. But I would think that's 6/10, the Mad Hatter's Tea Party, as Mars, the ruler, is approaching. But I would think 17, the number of the house they've brought down, is pretty enormous. Mars right on the feet, and the Sun right on the wand, and Mercury coming up to the sky, and Venus. So Venus will be on that here for the full moon. Venus right on the head of the ram of the Baphomet, as Mars is in Leo, and the sun, the ruler of Leo, is still between those horns and Jupiter on the torch. That is Lucifer. Okay, darlings, I love you very much. Bye for now.